Agboto, long life, Akaba, welcome all the way, OrIki. We thank the ancestors for their wisdom. Um, Today we're going to continue our look at OrIki Eshu and the liturgical language involved in invoking various Eshus. By way of a brief summary, we talked about the fact that there's only one Eshu, Eshu Odara, born in Oche Torah, but that there are many descriptions of different roads of Eshu, meaning different jobs, not different personas. There's a difference there. It's like saying Eshu Odara has the job of invoking Oshun. When he's doing that job, we call him Eshu La Roye, for example. All right. So for today, we're going to talk about Eshu in his job as messenger for making life force offerings, Ajay offerings, blood offerings, and we're going to talk about him in his job as a messenger for Nana Baruku. So for the first one, OrIki Eshu Jeki Aboda, we mark Owanran Ogunda. Owanran meaning speaking to the messenger, Ogunda, the Odu that incarnates Ogun. So, O Re Ron Re, O Re Ron Re, Eshu Jeki Aboda, O Re Ron Re, O Re Ron Re. He looks upon the offerings, he looks upon the offerings. The divine messenger who sanctions life force offerings looks upon the offerings, he looks upon the offerings. So, you know, frequently the word abo, which is used in this line, is translated to mean sacrifice. It does not mean that at all. Abo can mean offering. I would argue that it means elevation of consciousness. I would also argue that abo is the Yoruba word for alchemy. So next line, O Re Ron Re, Eshu Jeki Aboda, O Re Ron Re, Eshu Jeki Aboda, O Re Ron Re, Re Ron. Re Ron means looks upon. I'm not sure what the illusion is there, but that's definitely a part of the Ofo Ashe for that particular OrIki. Okay, so this is actually kind of repetitive, but it speaks to the need to speak the Ofo Ashe, or the words of power, with real force and focus. Eshu Jeki Aboda O Re Ron Re, Eshu Jeki Aboda Be Ini Shebo Lore O. So this is a little different. The divine messenger who sanctions life force offerings looks upon the offerings. The divine messenger who sanctions life force offerings gives kindness to those who makes the offering. So it's saying that the offering is an effort to seed spread and really connect with the concept of unconditional love, which is at the foundation of Iwa Pele. So now Eshu Agongong Goju is for Nana, and this is not true everybody, but in my lineage, Omolu is the source of disease and does not have a real healing function in the community, but Nana, who's described as Omolu's mother, is the healing aspect of Omolu as infectious disease. Omolu, sometimes known as Babaluae or Shompono, those are words that are not used in ritual context so much because it overly stimulates the possibility of invoking infectious disease, which we want to avoid, obviously. So for Nana, the Odu is Owanran Irite, and the OrIki is Eshu Agongong Goja Ereja, Eshu Gongong Goja La Shungkong, Eshu Agongong Goja Ola Ilu. The divine messenger of the wide belt collects offerings from the market. The divine messenger of the wide belt slides well close to us the divine messenger of the white belt is the wealth of the town. So the white belt, the women of Egbe Nana wear indigo blue dye skirt and kind of like a dashiki, but they wear a kind of a pink purplish wide belt from their beneath their breast to halfway down their thighs, and that is the wide belt. It's a distinctive clothing for the daughters of Nana. That wide belt is then laced on the inside with packets for protection from the diseases they're engaged in healing. And one day we'll do a class on how to make those protective packets. But for now, that's what the reference is to. And in Ogun State, Nana is an aspect of Iami Oshorunga being the connection between air and birds, which would be considered the more maybe intellectual or mindful or conscious aspect of connecting with the mothers. Nana would be the earth aspect. Nana, who also works with snakes and who uses the ashe of snake skins to do her healing work. Last line here, Aki ilowola imuti eshu agongongoja kuru ashe. To enjoy one's wealth, one must give the divine messenger of the white belt respect. May it be so. So what we're really addressing in that line is Ifa teaches that if you're in alignment with your destiny, you receive a blessing of children, abundance, and long life. So long life implies by inference the ability to stay healthy. If you get seriously out of alignment with your destiny, you run the risk of having to deal with serious illness, and that the remedy for that lack of alignment is Nana. Nana, when you see a manifestation of Nana in traditional African culture, it's kind of like speaking with tongues in the Pentecostal church. A lot of different languages are spoke, kind of, it seems almost randomly, but it's very intense. And the healing, you can feel the ashe is extremely intense. Sometimes Nana is more from speaking in tongues to speaking a language that's not Yoruba that I haven't clearly identified, but some spirits that come through traditional Yoruba Ifa seem to speak pre-Yoruba West African languages. Yoruba languages, compared to other languages in Africa, is a little young, even though the culture is very old. So there's some linguistic anomalies that need to be studied that haven't been addressed, so we do our best to understand them. In the meantime, let's see if we have any questions. All right, so welcome everybody. Okay, this is not working. Okay, wait a minute. All right, so any questions from the Egg Bay this morning on these two OrIki? All right, we're going to do a few more sessions on OrIki Eshu, then I'm going to jump to OrIki Ela, for a couple of reasons. One, that it's not generally understood or appreciated that Ela is the spirit of Orunmila, and that that initiates into Orunmila go into possession of the spirit of Ela. So when we have an OrIki, the OrIki provides the words that trigger possession, but more importantly, they describe the inner essence of the spirit that we're calling. And the OrIki for Ela And its short form takes about 2 hours to recite. It's about 10 pages of praise names alone for OrIki. So we need to go over, I'd like to go over that material to improve our collective understanding of just exactly who, what Allah is and why it is we connect him with, connected, let's say, with Allah, with Arumila, and why it is it's at the foundation of the Ifa aspect of our faith.